honestly, when Conor does stuff like that, it's hard to understand how there's still this mass amount of people that support that type of behavior. I think when stuff like that is being said, I think it's a cry for help, right? Conor has all the money in the world. He has all the fame. But now when you start to dig at that level, it's like somebody needs to get to McGregor and help him, right? Start to kind of reshift his mind and his focus and get him back to a better place. And it's unfortunate.
How far is too far? And has Conor crossed the line that he can never come back from?
You know, after the fight with Dustin Poirier, a lot of people questioned whether or not Conor McGregor was reaching to try to get into the head of Dustin Poirier, reach back to a time where he had a trash talk that could affect people. It didn't seem to work against Poirier. And I feel like from him talking about Dustin's wife to now Khabib's father, he is just taking it way too far. And when you're dealing with death and COVID and all these other things that we've dealt with over the last year and a half, that's all off limits. I mean, we talked about wives and families being off limits, but when you're talking about a man's everything, right? Khabib's dad was his everything. And you're talking about him being gone today due to something that has been so terrible for our entire world, and you use that in a sense to get back. And you know what's probably most disturbing, RC, is that this wasn't done the day after the fight or the same night of the fight.
Exactly.
This was done weeks after the fight. So it feels like it was thought of and it was thought through for Conor to tweet something like that. Now, I get shock value and I get trying to get people to talk, but way too far, to the point that I immediately called Khabib last night and said, hey, are you okay? Right? Asking him if he's okay after having to see that, especially with no ability to do anything about it again, right? You know, he spoke to my kids at my wrestling program the other day and said that he was never happier than when he got to fight McGregor on the day. Because for so long he wanted to get his hands on Conor and beat Conor up. Well, he can't do that no more because he's not a prize fighter anymore. So now he has to just kind of swallow that. So way too far.
Valentina Shevchenko to your left, Holly Holm in the middle. Both of them have big fights coming up. Shevchenko for the title, Holly Holm a main.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.